Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something right now. You are the most important person in your life. Not your boss, not your partner, not the expectations of society. It's you. And if you don't believe that, if you don't act on that, the world will walk all over you. Making yourself a priority isn't selfish, it's survival. How can you pour into others if your own cup is empty? How can you lead, inspire, and uplift if you're running on fumes? You've got it to take care of you. Because if you don't, who will? Let me ask you this. When's the last time you said no to something that drained your energy? When's the last time you said yes to yourself? Some of us are so busy giving, we forget that we deserve just as much love, just as much respect, and just as much time as everyone else. You've got dreams, don't you? Goals that keep you awake at night, ideas that spark something deep in your soul. But you'll never reach them if you keep putting yourself last. You've got to set boundaries. And let me tell you, boundaries don't mean you're shutting people out. They mean you're making room for what truly matters. You've got to protect your energy like it's gold. Because it is. It's the fuel that powers everything you do. And if you're not investing in yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit, then you're shortchanging your potential. You're dimming the light that the world needs to see. Some of you feel guilty about putting yourself first. But hear me when I say this, there is no shame in choosing yourself. Because when you're at your best, you give your best to your family, to your community, to the work you do. Making yourself a priority isn't just for you, it's for everyone you touch. And here's the magic: when you start valuing yourself, the world will follow suit. People will treat you the way you treat yourself. So respect yourself, love yourself, prioritize yourself. So tonight, when you look in the mirror, I want you to say this: I am worth it. My dreams are worth it. My happiness, my health, my peace, they are worth it, because they are. And the moment you truly believe that, nothing will stop you. Self-priority is often misunderstood. Many people equate it with selfishness, assuming that putting oneself first means neglecting or disregarding the needs of others. But this perspective couldn't be further from the truth. Prioritizing yourself is not about being self-absorbed or indifferent to others. It's about recognizing that your well-being is the foundation on which everything else in your life is built. Without taking care of yourself, you cannot effectively take care of others, pursue your goals, or make meaningful contributions to the world around you. Imagine yourself as a vessel. Every time you give your time, energy, or resources to someone or something, you're pouring from that vessel. If you don't take the time to refill it, eventually it runs dry. And what happens then? You feel drained, exhausted, and incapable of doing the things you once enjoyed or found meaningful. This is why making yourself a priority is essential. It ensures your vessel stays full so you can continue to pour into others and your passions without depleting yourself. Far from being selfish, prioritizing yourself allows you to show up more fully and authentically in every role you play. When you take care of your needs, you become a better parent, partner, friend, employee, or leader. Your energy is brighter, your mind is clearer, and your ability to give is enhanced. Think of it like an airplane safety instruction. You're always told to secure your oxygen mask first before assisting others. This isn't a metaphor. It's a literal example of why self-priority matters. Without your oxygen, you can't help the person next to you. Yet so many of us struggle with this concept because we've been conditioned to think that selflessness is the highest virtue. We've been taught to give, often at the expense of our own needs. While giving is noble, giving without replenishing yourself is unsustainable. It leads to burnout, resentment, and a loss of the joy that giving once brought. Prioritizing yourself is about balancing the scales. It's about ensuring that you're not just existing for others, but thriving for yourself. When you make yourself your top priority, you're not just taking care of your physical and mental well-being. You're sending a powerful message to yourself and the world about your value. You're declaring that your dreams, your health, and your happiness matter. This isn't just about what you do for others, it's about how you see yourself. And when you see yourself as someone worthy of care and attention, others will begin to see you that way too. It's also important to recognize that prioritizing yourself doesn't mean you're shutting people out. It means you're creating space for what matters most. This might mean setting boundaries, saying no to things that drain your energy, or carving out time for activities that nourish your soul. These aren't acts of selfishness, they're acts of self-respect. And when you respect yourself, you inspire others to respect you as well. People who make themselves a priority often find that they have more to give, not less. They're more patient, more present, and more capable of meeting the demands of their relationships and responsibilities. Why? Because they're operating from a place of abundance rather than depletion. They filled their own cup first, and now they can share what overflows. This is why prioritizing yourself isn't just beneficial for you, it's beneficial for everyone in your life. Making yourself your top priority is a mindset shift. It requires you to let go of the guilt that comes with choosing yourself. It demands that you challenge the societal narratives that equate self-care with selfishness. And most importantly, it calls on you to take action, whether that's setting boundaries, seeking help, or simply taking time to rest and recharge. These actions aren't just about survival, they're about thriving. When you make yourself a priority, you unlock your potential to live a more fulfilling, impactful, and joyful life. The foundation of success is deeply rooted in the relationship you have with yourself. At its core, success, whether personal, professional, or otherwise, begins with the time, energy, and care you dedicate to nurturing your growth and well-being. Often, people look outward for the keys to success, focusing on strategies, connections, or external opportunities. While these elements play a role, they are secondary to the internal work required to build a solid foundation. When you prioritize yourself and your development, you create the conditions necessary for lasting achievement in every area of life. Personal growth is the seed from which success grows. It's not about instant results or shortcuts. It's about the long-term commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. This process requires self-awareness and honest assessment of your strengths, weaknesses, desires, and aspirations. Without understanding who you are and where you want to go, success remains an elusive target. By focusing on your growth, you lay the groundwork for clarity, direction, and purpose. Investing in yourself also means recognizing the value of your time and energy. Success doesn't come from working harder, it comes from working smarter. This means prioritizing activities that align with your goals and letting go of distractions that pull you off course. It's about understanding that your resources are finite and choosing to channel them into pursuits that yield meaningful results. When you take care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally, you enhance your capacity to perform at your best. Success requires stamina, focus, and resilience, all of which are cultivated through self-prioritization. One of the most overlooked aspects of success is the role of self-care in maintaining balance. Many people chase their goals relentlessly, often at the expense of their health, relationships, and happiness. This approach might bring temporary wins, but it's unsustainable in the long run. True success is holistic. It encompasses not only external achievements, but also internal fulfillment. By making yourself a priority, you ensure that your pursuit of success doesn't come at the cost of your well-being. You learn to pace yourself, to rest when needed, and to celebrate progress instead of constantly chasing perfection. Building a foundation for success also involves cultivating a growth mindset. This means viewing challenges as opportunities to learn and grow rather than as obstacles to fear. When you prioritize your personal development, you develop the confidence and adaptability needed to navigate setbacks. Success is rarely a straight path. It's filled with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. By investing in your growth, you equip yourself with the tools to persevere, innovate, and thrive in the face of adversity. Prioritizing yourself doesn't just benefit you, it also elevates those around you. When you commit to becoming the best version of yourself, you inspire others to do the same. Whether in your personal relationships or professional endeavors, your growth creates a ripple effect. Your energy, focus, and achievements serve as a powerful example, motivating others to pursue their own goals. Success is not a solitary journey, it's interconnected with the people you influence and the impact you create. At the heart of making yourself a priority is the understanding that you are your greatest asset. Skills can be learned, opportunities can be created, and networks can be built, but none of this is possible without a strong foundation. When you invest in yourself, you're not just preparing for the next opportunity, you're building a life that aligns with your values and aspirations. Success isn't a destination, it's a journey that begins with the choices you make every day to prioritize your growth, well-being, and happiness. Embracing boundaries is one of the most powerful yet often overlooked aspects of personal growth and success. Boundaries are not barriers to relationships or opportunities, they are safeguards for your energy, time, and emotional well-being. Without boundaries, it becomes all too easy to lose yourself in the demands and expectations of others, leaving little room for your own priorities and aspirations. Setting and maintaining boundaries is an essential practice for anyone who wants to thrive rather than just survive. The first step in embracing boundaries is understanding their purpose. Boundaries are not about shutting people out or rejecting opportunities, they are about protecting what matters most to you. They allow you to focus on your goals, maintain your well-being, and foster healthy relationships. Boundaries are an act of self-respect. When you set them, you're sending a clear message: I value myself, my time, and my energy, and I will not compromise them for anything that doesn't align with my values or goals. This isn't selfishness, it's self-preservation. One of the challenges in establishing boundaries is the fear of disappointing others. Many people struggle to say no because they worry about being seen as unkind or uncooperative. But the truth is, consistently saying yes to others at the expense of your own needs leads to resentment, frustration, and burnout. When you learn to set boundaries, you're not just protecting yourself, you're ensuring that your interactions with others are genuine and sustainable. People who respect your boundaries will appreciate your honesty and will often be inspired to set boundaries of their own. To embrace boundaries effectively, you need to start by identifying what's most important to you. This requires self-awareness and reflection. What are your non-negotiables? What drains your energy? What activities or interactions leave you feeling fulfilled versus depleted? By answering these questions, you can begin to define the boundaries that will support your well-being and goals. Whether it's carving out time for self-care, limiting your availability for unnecessary obligations, or creating space for your passions, boundaries are a way of prioritizing what truly matters. Once you've identified your boundaries, the next step is communicating them clearly and confidently. This can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to putting others' needs ahead of your own. But clear communication is key to ensuring that your boundaries are understood and respected. Be direct, yet compassionate. For example, instead of saying, "I don't have time for this," you can say, "I'd love to help, but I need to focus on other commitments right now." This approach not only reinforces your boundary, but also maintains respect and understanding in your relationships. Maintaining boundaries also requires consistency. People may initially test or challenge your limits, not out of malice, but because they're adjusting to the new dynamic. It's essential to stand firm and remind yourself why these boundaries are necessary. Each time you uphold your boundaries, you're reinforcing your commitment to yourself and your priorities. Over time, this consistency builds trust not only with others, but also with yourself. You begin to trust your own ability to advocate for your needs and protect your well-being. It's important to recognize that boundaries are not static, they evolve as your life and priorities change. What worked for you last year might not serve you now, and that's okay. Regularly reassess your boundaries to ensure they align with your current goals and circumstances. Flexibility doesn't mean compromising your core values, it means adapting to new situations while staying true to yourself. Embracing boundaries also has a ripple effect on your overall productivity and success. When you protect your time and energy, you create space for deep work, meaningful relationships, and personal growth. You become more focused, less stressed, and better equipped to tackle challenges. Boundaries enable you to show up as your best self, not just for others, but also for the dreams and goals that matter most to you. Ultimately, embracing boundaries is about reclaiming your power. It's about recognizing that you have the right to control how your time, energy, and emotions are spent. By setting and maintaining boundaries, you create a life that reflects your values, supports your well-being, and propels you toward your greatest potential. Your mental and physical health are the cornerstones of everything you do. Without them, even the greatest ambitions, dreams, and responsibilities become overwhelming. They are the foundation upon which all your success, relationships, and experiences are built. When you prioritize your well-being, you empower yourself to navigate life with resilience, clarity, and strength. Neglecting either aspect, mental or physical, can lead to a cascade of challenges that impact every part of your life. Therefore, making your health a top priority is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Mental health is the quiet, often unseen force that shapes how you perceive and interact with the world. It affects your ability to think clearly, manage stress, and form meaningful connections. Yet many people push their mental well-being to the side, thinking it will take care of itself or that addressing it is a sign of weakness. In truth, acknowledging and supporting your mental health is one of the most courageous and impactful steps you can take. It requires self-awareness to recognize when you're struggling and self-compassion to seek the help or support you need. Taking care of your mental health starts with creating habits that promote balance and peace of mind. Regularly setting aside time for reflection, meditation, or journaling can help you process your thoughts and emotions. Cultivating gratitude and mindfulness allows you to stay present, reducing the weight of past regrets or future anxieties. It's also essential to identify and address sources of chronic stress. Whether it's through therapy, talking to a trusted friend, or setting boundaries to protect your mental space, finding ways to manage stress is vital for long-term mental wellness. Physical health is just as important, serving as the vessel through which you experience life. Your body is your greatest tool, and how you care for it determines how well it serves you. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate rest are fundamental to maintaining your physical health. These practices are not about achieving perfection, but about consistency and sustainability. Small, intentional changes such as taking a daily walk, drinking more water, or choosing whole foods over processed ones can have a profound impact over time. Physical health also directly influences mental health, and the two are deeply interconnected. Exercise, for instance, is not only beneficial for your body, but also releases endorphins that improve mood and reduce stress. Adequate sleep supports cognitive function, emotional regulation, and overall well-being. Similarly, what you eat fuels your brain as much as your body. A nutrient-rich diet can enhance focus, energy, and resilience, while poor dietary choices often contribute to fatigue and irritability. Recognizing this connection helps you see that taking care of one aspect benefits the other, creating a positive cycle of well-being. One of the greatest challenges in maintaining health is the fast-paced, demanding nature of modern life. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle, pushing your needs aside in favor of work, family, or other obligations. However, this approach is unsustainable. Ignoring your health leads to burnout, illness, and diminished capacity to show up for the people and responsibilities that matter to you. Making time for your health is not selfish, it's essential. When you prioritize your well-being, you're better equipped to meet life's demands with energy and focus. It's also important to remember that seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Whether it's visiting a doctor for physical concerns, talking to a therapist about mental health struggles, or leaning on a support network during difficult times, asking for help is a proactive step toward wellness. No one is expected to navigate life alone, and seeking support shows that you value yourself enough to take action. Maintaining your health is an ongoing commitment. It's not about quick fixes or temporary solutions, but about building a lifestyle that supports you in every stage of life. There will be ups and downs, and that's okay. The key is to stay consistent, adapting your approach as needed, but always keeping your well-being at the forefront. When you invest in your health, you're not just improving your quality of life, you're creating the foundation for every other achievement and experience to thrive. Confidence is the cornerstone of success, and one of the most effective ways to build confidence is by investing in yourself. This investment isn't about vanity or indulgence, it's about recognizing your own worth and taking deliberate steps to grow and evolve. When you dedicate time, energy, and resources to your personal development, you're sending a powerful message to yourself and the world: I am capable, and I am worthy of the life I desire. This belief in yourself fuels confidence, which becomes the driving force behind your actions and decisions. Investing in yourself starts with education and skill development. Whether you're learning a new language, mastering a professional skill, or pursuing a hobby, each new accomplishment adds to your sense of self-efficacy. Knowledge is empowering. It gives you the tools to tackle challenges, adapt to change, and seize opportunities. The more you learn, the more confident you become in your ability to navigate the complexities of life. This isn't just about formal education, it's about being curious and proactive in your growth. Every book you read, every course you take, and every skill you practice is a step toward building the version of yourself you aspire to be. Another way to invest in yourself is by taking care of your physical and mental well-being. Confidence stems from feeling good in your own skin, and that starts with maintaining your health. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and sufficient sleep are not just acts of self-care, they're investments in your ability to show up fully for the demands of life. Physical health boosts your energy levels, sharpens your focus, and enhances your overall sense of vitality, all of which contribute to greater confidence. Similarly, nurturing your mental health by practicing mindfulness, managing stress, and seeking support when needed ensures that you're mentally resilient and prepared to face challenges head-on. Personal development also involves stepping out of your comfort zone. True growth happens when you push past your fears and limitations. This might mean speaking in front of an audience, taking on a leadership role, or pursuing a passion project that scares you just a little. Each time you confront a fear and succeed, your confidence grows. You start to see yourself as someone who can rise to the occasion, no matter how daunting the task. These experiences build a reservoir of self-belief that you can draw on in the future. Investing in yourself also includes building a strong support system. Surround yourself with people who uplift, inspire, and challenge you to be your best self. These relationships are invaluable. They remind you of your potential and provide encouragement when you need it most. At the same time, investing in yourself means setting boundaries with those who drain your energy or undermine your confidence. Protecting your mental and emotional space is essential for maintaining a positive self-image and staying focused on your goals. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your confidence as well. Investing in yourself means creating a space, whether physical or mental, that supports your growth and success. This might mean decluttering your home, organizing your workspace, or developing routines that promote productivity and focus. When your surroundings reflect your ambitions, you feel more motivated and capable of achieving them. Celebrating your progress is another critical aspect of investing in yourself. Confidence grows when you acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small. Each milestone is a testament to your effort and perseverance. Take time to reflect on how far you've come and use those accomplishments as fuel to keep going. Confidence is not about being perfect. It's about recognizing your ability to grow and improve. Ultimately, investing in yourself is an ongoing journey. It's about making choices every day that align with your goals and values. Whether it's dedicating time to learning, prioritizing your health, or stepping outside your comfort zone, each investment builds your confidence and brings you closer to the life you want. This confidence doesn't just benefit you, it radiates outward, influencing how others perceive and interact with you. When you believe in yourself, others are more likely to believe in you too. Confidence becomes a self-fulfilling cycle, rooted in the care and attention you've given to your growth. Consistency is the unsung hero of success. It is not the dramatic bursts of effort, but the steady, deliberate actions taken day after day that ultimately lead to meaningful progress. In a world that often glorifies instant gratification and quick results, the power of consistency is frequently overlooked. Yet it is the cornerstone of building habits, achieving goals, and creating a life of purpose and fulfillment. When you commit to consistent effort, you set yourself apart from those who start strong but falter along the way. Consistency is a quiet but formidable force, and it begins with the small, intentional choices you make every day. At its core, consistency is about showing up. It means doing the work even when you don't feel like it, even when it's inconvenient, and even when the results are not immediately visible. It's easy to be motivated when the excitement of a new goal is fresh or when external validation is flowing in. But true consistency is what carries you through the days when motivation wanes and the journey feels mundane or difficult. This is where the magic happens, when you keep going despite the challenges and distractions. Each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your destination. Consistency is also a discipline that builds trust in yourself. Every time you follow through on a commitment, you reinforce the belief that you can rely on yourself to do what you've set out to do. This self-trust is invaluable. It gives you the confidence to take on new challenges, knowing that you have the resilience and determination to see them through. On the other hand, when you fail to remain consistent, you erode that trust, making it harder to believe in your ability to achieve your goals. By prioritizing consistency, you create a solid foundation of self-belief that strengthens over time. One of the most powerful aspects of consistency is its ability to compound over time. Small actions repeated regularly can lead to extraordinary results. This principle applies to every area of life, whether it's building a career, improving your health, or cultivating meaningful relationships. A single workout doesn't make you fit, but exercising consistently over weeks, months, and years transforms your body and mind. Reading one chapter of a book each day may seem insignificant, but over time, it adds up to a wealth of knowledge and insight. This compounding effect is what turns ordinary efforts into extraordinary outcomes. Consistency also creates momentum. The more you show up and put in the work, the easier it becomes to continue. Momentum reduces the effort required to maintain progress because you've already established habits and routines that support your goals. It's like pushing a heavy object. Getting it moving takes effort, but once it's in motion, it becomes easier to keep going. Consistency ensures that you don't lose the progress you've made and keeps you moving forward, even when the initial excitement has worn off. However, consistency doesn't mean perfection. Life is unpredictable, and there will inevitably be times when you falter or face setbacks. What matters is your ability to get back on track. Consistency is about the overall pattern of your actions, not an unbroken streak of perfection. Giving yourself grace and staying committed despite occasional missteps is what keeps you in the game for the long haul. It's this resilience that separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up when things get tough. Consistency also cultivates a sense of identity. When you consistently show up for something, it becomes part of who you are. If you write every day, you see yourself as a writer. If you exercise regularly, you see yourself as someone who values health and fitness. This identity reinforces your commitment, making it easier to stay consistent because it aligns with how you see yourself. Over time, consistency transforms actions into habits and habits into character. In every journey toward success, consistency acts as the glue that holds your efforts together. It bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. While others may rely on fleeting bursts of inspiration, consistency ensures that you stay the course, making steady progress toward your goals. It is the small, repeated actions that lead to the big breakthroughs and lasting changes. Making yourself your top priority is not about selfishness or neglecting others. It's about understanding that you cannot pour from an empty cup. When you prioritize yourself, you gain the strength, clarity, and energy needed to be fully present for others and to engage in life with purpose and intention. Too often, people mistake self-sacrifice for virtue, stretching themselves too thin to meet everyone else's needs while neglecting their own. This approach is unsustainable. To truly thrive and contribute meaningfully to the world around you, you must first ensure that your own well-being is intact. Self-prioritization begins with acknowledging your worth. You are deserving of time, care, and attention just as much as anyone else. This isn't about entitlement, it's about recognizing that you are a valuable individual whose needs and dreams matter. When you make yourself a priority, you affirm your value to yourself and the world. This affirmation sets the tone for how others treat you. People learn how to respect you by observing how you respect yourself. If you constantly put yourself last, it signals to others that your time and energy are less important. Prioritizing yourself sets boundaries and establishes expectations for mutual respect and consideration. One of the most profound benefits of putting yourself first is the clarity it brings to your life. When you take the time to focus on your goals, values, and needs, you gain a deeper understanding of what truly matters. This clarity allows you to make decisions that align with your authentic self, rather than being swayed by external pressures or societal expectations. It's about living intentionally rather than reactively, steering your life in a direction that feels meaningful and fulfilling. When you prioritize yourself, you create space to reflect on your passions, ambitions, and what brings you joy, enabling you to craft a life that resonates with your innermost desires. Another critical aspect of making yourself a priority is managing your energy. Energy is a finite resource, and how you allocate it determines the quality of your life. If you constantly give to others without replenishing yourself, you'll eventually experience burnout, frustration, and fatigue. Prioritizing yourself means recognizing when to say no and when to step back to recharge. This doesn't mean cutting yourself off from others, but finding a balance that allows you to give generously without depleting your reserves. By protecting your energy, you ensure that you can show up as your best self in all areas of your life. Self-prioritization also strengthens your relationships. While it may seem counterintuitive, taking care of yourself actually enhances your ability to connect with and support others. When you are well-rested, fulfilled, and centered, you bring a more positive and engaged presence to your interactions. You can listen more attentively, respond more thoughtfully, and offer more genuine support. Conversely, neglecting yourself often leads to resentment, irritability, and emotional exhaustion, which can strain even the closest relationships. By putting yourself first, you create a solid foundation from which to build and maintain healthy, thriving connections. Making yourself a priority also fosters personal growth. When you dedicate time to your development, you discover new strengths, talents, and capabilities. You're able to explore your potential and take on challenges with greater confidence and resilience. This growth isn't just for your benefit, it spills over into every aspect of your life, enriching your career, relationships, and contributions to the community. By focusing on your own progress, you become a source of inspiration to others, showing them the value of self-investment and the rewards of prioritizing their own well-being. Perhaps most importantly, making yourself your top priority allows you to live authentically. It empowers you to honor your needs, dreams, and boundaries without guilt or apology. It's about shedding the expectation that you must always put others first and embracing the truth that your happiness and well-being are just as important. Living authentically means being true to yourself. And that starts with recognizing your own worth and taking steps to nurture your mind, body, and spirit. When you prioritize yourself, you not only create a life that feels fulfilling, but also set an example for others to do the same. Ultimately, making yourself your top priority is an act of self-love and self-respect. It's a declaration that your life matters and that you are committed to living it fully and intentionally. By prioritizing yourself, you create a ripple effect, empowering others to value their own well-being and fostering a culture of mutual respect and care. In the journey of life, there is no greater commitment you can make than the one to yourself. To make yourself your top priority is not an act of selfishness, but an affirmation of your worth, your dreams, and your potential. When you embrace self-care, establish firm boundaries, nurture your health, invest in your growth, and remain consistent in your efforts, you create a foundation for a life of purpose, resilience, and fulfillment. This isn't about neglecting others, or turning inward. It's about building the strength and clarity needed to show up as your best self in every facet of your life. By prioritizing yourself, you teach the world how to value and respect you. You demonstrate that a life well lived begins with self-respect, self-awareness, and the courage to put your needs and aspirations at the forefront. The ripple effect of this mindset touches every relationship, every goal, and every moment you experience. So commit to yourself unapologetically. Recognize your worth, honor your boundaries, nurture your health, and trust in the power of consistent, intentional effort. You are not only deserving of this priority, you are destined for it. When you make yourself your top priority, you don't just survive, you thrive. And in doing so, you inspire those around you to do the same. Your best life begins with you. Thank you.